Okay, wow. Awesome job, Davis. Waited just amazing as expected for you to say exactly what needs to be said. I remember not very long ago. My name is Stephanie Mott. I am a board member of the political liaison for the Topeka chapter of Equality, Kansas. I'm also in 2011 was the vice chair for the state for Equality, Kansas. In 2012 and 2013, I was the state chair. I'm also the founder and executive director of the Kansas Statewide Transgender Education Project. Current president, yay! Current president of the Topeka chapter of the National Organization for Women. Yay, Mary, because we wouldn't be going without Mary back there. And I'm a commissioner on the City of Topeka's Human Relations Commission, and as such, I got to participate not too long ago in a process by which that we started working toward moving the City of Topeka forward on LGBT equality.
Hey, Topeka!
What did we do? Well, we started off by changing the purpose of the Human Relations Commission, which said that its purpose was to eliminate prejudice or to support efforts to eliminate prejudice for all people except lesbian, gay, bi, and transgender people. So we're kind of like, no, I don't think so. We're not going to do that. And so the first thing that we did was to ask to get that changed. And I want you to know something that happened. 2 city council people voted against that ordinance. I'm not going to call them out by name right now, but there were 2 Topeka city council people who think that prejudice, not discrimination, prejudice, which is inaccurate information, which is lies and myths about who we truly are, that prejudice is okay. But the other 6 voted in favor, and we got that ordinance passed. And we followed that up with a couple of other ordinances. One that added a domestic partnership registry for the city of Topeka. Yay! And one that added gender identity to the city of Topeka's employment policy as a protected class, and promises to begin offering health care benefits for same-sex couples who work for the city of Topeka. Now, we're going to be doing this next little ordinance sometime before too long, where we are going to go for a full citywide Topeka anti-discrimination ordinance that includes all of our citizens, including lesbian, gay, bi, and transgender citizens, because that's who we are. We are equal. We are not second-class citizens. We are part of this community. And thank you so much for being out here to help us share that. Davis talked about the bill that actually passed out of the House in this building behind us. It's supposed to be a building. Equality is a Kansas value. Equality is an American value. Discrimination is not a Christian value. It is not an American value. It is not a Kansas value. And it's not a Topeka value. So when the House of Representatives passed House Bill 2453, which would have allowed government employees and other employees to deny service to people based on their sexual orientation or gender identity because they had some kind of a belief that they could do that, then a lot of people got noisy. And a lot of people started saying, You know, Equality Kansas has been working in that building for the last 6 years trying to make sure that we don't go backwards and occasionally trying to push things forward. We had a bill in there a couple of years ago that would have made a statewide anti-discrimination law that would have protected LGBT people in Kansas, and we actually got it out of committee into the Senate floor. But the problem was they never brought it up for a discussion or for a vote. So we need to keep moving on things like that. We need to keep moving on. They're going to bring back the anti-gay bill, the so-called religious freedom bill. Is going to be coming back again in this next session. And we have to start fighting it now. And the way that we begin fighting it is exactly what David said. Register to vote. October 14th is the deadline to register to vote for the November election. But register to vote and then go vote. Yeah. So remember in November. Davis talked about also walking down the street and having to wonder if his safety was in question. And, you know, when we were working for equality here in Topeka, when we were working for equality in the State House, that I had reached out to a number of different people and asked them if they would testify in favor of us, and I kept getting this response: I can't. I'm afraid I'd lose my job. I can't. I'm afraid I might get evicted from my home. Not because they're LGBT, but because they support equality for all of God's children. You know what? When we have a government that it's not about leadership, it's not about partnership, it's not about love, it's not about kindness, it's not about supporting citizens, it's a dictatorship. And what we have right now is a dictatorship in the state of Kansas. And what do we need to do?
Change it.
Turn it around. We need to turn it around right now. We need to keep turning it around. And as David said, in this city, in this state, and in this nation, and in this world, we can make a difference. We make a difference by believing that it's okay to be who we are. And I'm going to tell you right now that if you have ever had a thought that it's not okay to be who you are, that thought is based on unfortunate mistruths. You were made, you're created, you are who you are supposed to be. And you have every right to be who you are supposed to be without being afraid. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. That's what this is about. This is about all of us coming together and recognizing that, as David said, our diversity is our strength. That all of us can work together and promote any kind of inequality is wrong. Whether it's racial, or whether it's ableism, or whether it's classism, or whether it's homophobia and transphobia, any kind of discrimination is wrong. And we have everything we need to be able to turn this thing around. We, sitting here, standing here right now, are the people. We are the ones who have the power to say, no more. Turn around, Kansas, turn around, because we are going to do this thing. We are going to do this thing, and we're going to keep going too. Amen. We are going to change this. We are going to do it now. And by the end of this year, we're going to be looking at a different promise for the state of Kansas than bankruptcy and discrimination.